Here we are. Sorry, we're distracted today a little bit, but we are in a different environment. Hey everybody, say hello if you're in the comment section. We are live at the Cola Lounge today. So just a little warning before the show gets started. You are about to get highly educated with the Cannabis Closet podcast with Canna Queen, that's me, and MJ, that's her. This is an adult content show with no limitations on subject, language, or actions. Opinions, views, and expressions may or may not be that of the host, their guests, or their subsidiaries. You can ask if you're not sure. Our faces will probably tell you what we're thinking. Please note that we are not medical physicians or attorneys, and any information shared is based solely on our personal research and knowledge. Roll up, show up, and enjoy the show. What's up, everybody? What's up?
What's up?
We are live at the Cola Lounge in St. Louis today. So welcome, everybody. I'm so glad you guys came to hang out with us in the comment section. What's up, Daryl?
New digs.
Yeah, new digs today. We do have a live guest today, too. We got Randy from Main Ingredient. He's been on the show a couple times before, and we're going to do a live demonstration of the LifeWave pouches. I think he's been dying to do this with me because he knows that I'm slightly skeptical, and so I'm not been secret about it. He knows. But I mean, I do believe my friends, but also I just like, would it work on me or not? Like, I don't believe hypnotism will work on me because I don't believe I would let it. So let's find out what happens. But I believe Randy. I trust him. And I believe my friends, and so I'm excited for this experience today to talk about it and let you guys in on it a little bit more. So I hope that you enjoyed that. We are live at the Cola Lounge in St. Louis. It's on Cherokee Street. So if you guys are in St. Louis, come check us out on Cherokee Street. If you're here now, come check us out on the show. Be a part of our live studio audience, if you will. But if you're not in the town right now, that's okay. You can come check it out anyway. This is where buds meet. It's a great place to hang out, smoke, enjoy, friendly conversation, chill and relax, play video games, watch repetitive TV. They have TVs all over the place, so they play all of those, you can play almost anything. Honestly, you can play, my favorite thing to play is those ones where they build pools out of nothing when they're in the middle of the rainforest or whatever they're at.
Oh yes.
And they just they dig it out, and then they use bamboo, and then they make the water come from a different stream.
They make their own stone,
right. So I like to zone out and watch that when I'm around here. They have a dab bar here too. They have lighters everywhere. I mean, it's so nice to come in here and just actually have a place for us. So
it's a safe space for cannabis.
Yeah, cannabis consumers, cannabis community. I actually described it earlier as, what was the place called in John Wick where you went in the hotel? You went in the hotel and they weren't allowed to fight or conduct business in the hotel. It's kind of like that. I mean, you can conduct cannabis business, but there's
leave everything else out. Have a John Wick room. No, we're just gonna call it that.
And also, so I do think some people do workspace from here too. So I think people come in and it's like their office for the day. And then there's a whole lot of events here all the time too. We made it into town for Friday this week. Or this past week, and it was amazing.
Rooted Buds.
Holler at Rooted Buds. We love them. they give you an option when you order the food. You can get it infused or non-infused. I didn't get it infused because we had just been driving for 1,000,000 hours and we were already like in that zone space. But either way, we've had their infused meals before, and they just taste like the regular meals. They're just a little bit more stony,
elevated.
So they're amazing, and amazing cooks. They had loaded fries, so they had a couple different varieties of loaded fries that you could choose from. And then because I just, when I'm on the road, sometimes I just can't eat a lot of food or whatever.
Travel belly.
Yeah, and so I didn't eat. I ate a few, and I was like, these are delicious. We had them the next morning for breakfast.
I ate half of them.
Off the skillet, you did. You were like, I'm gonna eat.
I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all. You don't know I'm gonna eat.
But you put them in the skillet the next day. They were so good. When we come to St. Louis, I love to eat here. What's up, Jen? Hey, go tell everybody we're in St. Louis right now. Tell everybody in Missouri we're here. We got Missouri guests. It's gonna be amazing. I know you guys like to show up for each other. So definitely get us all in here. And then we got a room. We got friends in the house too that might make a little friendly appearance on the show. So definitely, if you're in Missouri, have everybody check us out. But so we went to I want to holler at a couple of restaurants. Went to Mama Two's biscuits because I had a hankering for biscuits and gravy. So we went, and they had a flight of biscuits and gravy.
A flight of gravies, yeah, and then their biscuits.
Their biscuits were like this big, and they were homemade, and they were they fit in the toaster.
You cut it in
when
half.
you cut it in half. They fit
in the
toaster.
Better.
They were so good.
So good.
So they had this amazing apple butter.
We were on the same. I was gonna say we're gonna apple butter it together.
Oh man, that apple butter was so good. Mama Two's, that's in St. Louis, and they so then Marion ordered like the breakfast plate, and it had collard greens on it. I love collard greens. You guys don't even understand. I try everybody's collard greens when I go into the restaurant. I want to know if you know what fuck you're doing. And so, anyways, we ordered 2 orders of that. And they came in these bigger bowls. So hers was in like a little bowl, and that's what I thought I was ordering. No, they come out in these giant bowls.
So we got 4 times the servings, and we were glad though because we ate it, and then that was breakfast yesterday.
It was my favorite. It's one of my favorite restaurant experience. Yesterday, last night before bed. We had it last night before bed. My favorite thing to do, and I love it when a restaurant has a menu that can accommodate this, relatively well. But my favorite thing to do is what we did at Mama Two's is we ordered every time she came back to the table, she was like, "Do you need something else?" And I was like, "Yeah, we need to order more food."
We just did everything a la carte, and she was down with that. She let us just
fried green tomatoes, spicy pickles. We got the collard greens. We got the biscuits with the apple butter. We got 2 plates of deviled eggs.
Oh yeah, they were.
They were really celery, but they were super good.
There was something else going on with it too, for sure.
Great.
Good enough. We ordered 2.
So good. What's the other? Oh, and then the biscuits and gravy. Okay, so she comes out, and then I'm like, I want biscuits and gravy, and then I see the flight, and I'm super excited, and so we order it, and she's like, I said, "What are your gravy options?" And she's telling me, and she goes, "And if you want to get adventurous, you could order this tomato-based one." And then she was like, "And if you want to get really," because she's allergic to tomatoes, so we that was no go. If you want to get really adventurous, you could order the chocolate gravy. And I was like, my grandmother would come out of her grave.
She was like a mole, not like chocolate, not like fondue. Anyway, yeah, we did not. We stuck with the traditional.
I'm too southern for that
because I was like, no to the tomato gravy because I love tomatoes, but I gotta be very selective about
where the tomatoes come from and everything.
But they did let us make an exemption and made some bomb-ass fried green tomatoes.
They did not have fried green tomatoes out on the menu. So holler at the chef because they had this sandwich called the Whistle Stop, and I was like, when I heard the name, I was like, bro, is that fried green tomatoes? Because Whistle Stop Cafe. If you know, you know. And so it was a fried green tomato sandwich. And then we were like, but wait, can we just get it without the sandwich? Can we
We
just
didn't need more egg. We didn't need
none of that. We just wanted the fried green tomatoes. And so we got, she made them for us. She was like, the chef doesn't always do this. And I was like, well, tell her she's dope. You know. Yeah.
Thank you, Mama Twos. You guys are amazing.
Amazing. I can't say enough good things about it.
Love searching out good food when we're here too. We always ask for recommendations, and Marianne didn't disappoint with her recommendations. And then we went to
okay. So then the next day, this is my favorite experience, and I'm coming back. So first we're exchanging texts, and I was like, I really want chicken and waffles today. Like, that's what I want. And so Marion, I was like, what I said was, I want a pancake waffle spot. Chicken and waffles would be a bonus. That's what I said. So she's shooting over pancake waffle spots, right? And then so she shoots over this one. It's called the Crow's Nest, and it is a metal bar, and it has chicken and waffle menu. And it says, that they had pretty good, decent reviews or whatever. So we're like, cool, we're gonna go there. Well, we go there, and I dress. Actually, if I had dressed like this, maybe they would have been more forthcoming. I don't know. But I had my yellow beanie on. I was dressed how I dressed,
Yeah,
and
you did have that on, and
well, I mean, I'm wearing more black today than I was that day. I was wearing more colors that day, and then you were kind of like a hippie. Well, you're always a hippie. Yeah. So we walk in, and there's seats available. Okay, we can see there's nobody in these seats. They're cleaned off tables, whatever. And then also on the waiting list, which you noticed, I didn't realize right away, but then I remember seeing it. Every name was scribbled out.
No one was on the wait.
There was no one on the waiting list. So I say, we would like a table for 3, and they were like, there's a wait. And I go, well, how long is the wait? And he was like, I don't know. These two groups
I can't tell you that.
I can't tell you that. These two groups have been waiting over an hour and a half.
But
they were larger groups, and also I don't think they were waiting for a table.
And I don't think that
they were hanging out at their favorite bar.
And I don't think they had been waiting an hour and a half.
And also that.
Because no one's going to wait for an hour and a half for that.
No.
Maybe for what?
Anyway. So I go, you can't tell me how long it's going to be before we can get a table, like a ballpark, like 15 minutes to an hour. Like, give me a ballpark. He was like, blah, blah, blah. And I go, and then he said the hour and a half thing. And I go, you know what? No. And I turned around, we walked out. Like, it's fine. We don't have to spend our money here. We're about to spend money. But we don't have to spend our money here. If you see us walk into a restaurant, you better fucking be prepared, because we're probably going to spend some money. Like we're hungry.
You like food.
And so we walk out. I text Marianne. I said, we're not eating there. Let's go to a different chicken and waffles place. Well, one of the first places that she suggested when I said chicken and waffles was this place called Freddie G's in St. Louis.
I didn't see that one and why you were.
I saw it first, and then I said, I don't know, maybe because I was being bougie right when I saw it. I was like, first suggestion. Let's see what else is there, right? So go back to that first suggestion. I go, we're going to Freddie G's. They got chicken and waffles. It says it in the name. It says Freddie G's chicken and waffles. It says it in the name. So we go there. We go to Freddie G's chicken and waffles, and we walk in, and it was almost like the music stopped. I don't think it did.
It did.
No, did it?
It did.
Or at least
it
it was like,
it didn't to a stop.
Or at least there was like a pause.
There was a pause in the music.
When we walked in.
Yes.
When we walked in, there was at least a pause in the melody of the music, and everybody stopped and looked at us. And it's because we're white. Oh, she's Asian, I'm white. Like, that's why. And I knew why we were being stared at, and I just was like, okay, we're just here to get chicken. We sat down, we had the chicken. I want to say it was my favorite experience, because I like being the minority in the room. I like being in a room where I'm not represented. by everybody around me, and where I can feel that uncomfortable experience. So I want to feel that uncomfortable experience, but I also want to enjoy my experience around others who are not really different from me at all. They're just there to have some chicken waffles, you know what I'm saying? So
I had some fly shoes on. I love shoes.
And it was like on Sunday, it was like right after church. So great. The outfits were so great. But the chicken and waffles definitely had to be better than anything Crow's Nest was going to serve me.
Yep.
They were it was so good. It came with this like jalapeno syrup, and that was really good on the chicken. And then I just put regular syrup on the waffles, and the waffles were so fluffy, and it was such a good combination.
See, I didn't have a bite of the waffle.
See, and then, but I will say, also one of the things that I didn't mind about it, it made me slow down. It made me feel like I needed to be more patient, and actually, when others were like, well, what should I do? What should I do? I was just like, we should wait. We should just not be like, let them come to the table because they know we're here. And they did. And the food took a while to come out to the table, but that's because everything was made to order. Like my chicken wings came out hot. Everything came out so good.
Yeah.
And so crispy and so fire. It was so good. I thought your shrimp and grits was really good. I liked the flavor on it.
Yeah, no, the grits were great.
So I prefer shrimp without a tail, but outside of
that was hard. I mean, it's hard.
It's hard to eat. If you're a chef out there, it's hard to eat the shrimp if it's still in the tail.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I mean, I did eat the chicken and waffles with my whole hands.
And
I did not pick up a fork once to eat the chicken and waffles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
You can't do that with grits. No, you can't do it with grits. So,
I mean, unless you have a bread, the tool's different.
Yeah.
I got a different mouth shuttle.
What's up, everybody? What's up? So we are in St. Louis today. We are at the Cola Lounge. For anybody in St. Louis, definitely worth the wait. Freddie G's. Go to Freddie G's. Don't be impatient. Enjoy your food. It is absolutely amazing. So holler at Freddie G's, holler at Mama Two's Biscuits. That place was so fire. And then what was the other place that we ate? Is that the only two?
I think those are the only two.
Because the collard greens were at Mama Two's. So that's the only two places we ate so far here. And this is our last evening, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so definitely two highly recommended spots. We did a yoga thing this week while we were here. That was fun.
Yeah, that was great.
But today we're at the Cold Lounge where buds meet. And we are live in St. Louis. We have Randy here from Main Ingredient. He's gonna give us a show of the patches. Last time he was on the show, he wasn't live; he was virtual. So now we're gonna be live doing all this. So if you're interested in LifeWave, and I know a lot of you were on the last show, listen up because we're gonna go and tell you everything about it. And then we're gonna be here with a bunch of some of our friends are gonna be coming in too. So we're gonna have a bit of a studio audience a little bit, and we'll have a good time. About that. So, I do have something to be mad about today, so that I can talk about on the air. Okay.
Hit us up.
So, and we're gonna bring you on right after this. So just to let you know. But some of you guys were following me on Instagram. If you were on Instagram, you already heard the story. I'm just gonna regurgitate it a little bit. But so last night we went to see Janet Jackson and Ludacris. And we went, it was us, and it was, if you guys are in St. Louis, and Dawn, the cannabis advocate, and Marion, we were all there. So, we were so excited, ready to go see Janet. We've been waiting for months to see this. We bought these tickets last year or the beginning of this year. It's been a minute. We've had these tickets for a minute. So I have been honest about this from the beginning, from the start, from the very beginning. that I did not buy those tickets because of Janet Jackson. I never bought those tickets for Janet Jackson. I bought those tickets because I wanted to go see Ludacris. Some of you guys know the story, and I don't know why I'm there. I tell this story like people tell football hero stories from when they were in high school. But when I was in boot camp, they did call me Lil Luda. I'm super proud of that. I don't know why. And it's because when you're in boot camp, you can't have a radio or nothing. So when we were doing stuff, we would just we would sing. We would just sing or whatever. Spit lines or whatever, and I knew all the words to the Ludacris songs at that time. So that's what I would. That when it was my turn, that's what I would do. And I've loved Ludacris since the beginning, so I was super excited to go see Ludacris, and I was not disappointed for the most part in Ludacris. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he did.
So.
It's very engaging.
We had read on some of the reviews from past concerts that you need to be on time because they were starting on time, and they were not lying. Those tickets said they were starting at 7:45. They started at 7:35. The DJ came out at 7:35, started playing. I stood up out of my seat. I did not sit down until Ludacris finished playing, which was weird. I'm going to tell you about it. So DJ comes out, he's playing all the old school stuff because he knows all why we're there. He knows why we're there. I just want you to remember that part of the story. The DJ knows who is in the audience and why and who we came to see and what we came to see. Okay. So the DJ knows it. He's pointing it out. Who out there graduated in the 90s?
In the 90s.
Bitch. What? We like lit up in the nosebleed section of the stadium. Enterprise, holla. Y'all don't need my endorsement. Anyway, so he says it multiple times. And we are excited to be there. We're excited to be there. We're excited to be acknowledged because Gen X doesn't get acknowledged. So it's like a first time for everything. And we're so stoked. We're so stoked to be there. And then Ludacris comes out like 15 minutes later. So I feel like he was out like by 7:50-ish around there. And he comes out hard, right? He just comes out hard with something like his back in the day hit. And I am, my jackets are coming off. Where I'm sweating. We're in the wrong seats.
Dude, we went in.
We were in 310. We were supposed to be in 309. It's the whole thing. But anyways,
it said go in 40.
Hey, we went in 40. We did what we followed some of the directions. So anyways, we're doing the thing. He is talking and taunting the crowd the whole time. He is engaging and interacting. Who's louder, this side or this side?
Where my ladies at?
I love STL ladies. And then, hoes in different area codes. Where my 314 hoes at? Like all that shit. All that. And last night I was the 314 hoe. Whatever. Don't fucking judge me. So all that. And then he plays this last song, big hands and all. Like he had the big arms from his video. Active Fool video. Sorry, I had a brain. When he came out to do stand up, he put the big shoes on. When he came out to do Active Fool video, I think it was Active Fool video or whatever, he had the big arms on. I saw he had the big hands and big arms. He did that, and then he was gone. He didn't say goodbye or nothing. I was so confused. I was like, wasn't he interacting with us this whole time? And then he just left. He just goodbye.
I looked down and I looked up and it was over.
Somebody was in his ear, like Janet said, get off the stage, and he left. Like he was like, well. Oh yes, thank you so much. Holler. Oh, use this. That's nice.
Actually made by one of my STL students.
Oh.
It was one. He was like, "You want to try some of my used cannabis oil?" I was like,
"Yeah,
yes. Nice. I love it. Yeah, for sure. Actually, yes. Brendan, you can tell him that Queen Kitty's interested in having a conversation, maybe.
Yeah. Well.
Anyways, this show is brought to you today by the Cola Lounge. Where buds meet.
Where buds meet.
Why is it the cola?
Because the cola is the flower inside of the female cannabis plant. Anatomically and in joke, it is where buds meet.
I love that. There you go. And that's your explanation.
Come on down to the Cola Lounge.
Come on down to the Cola Lounge on Cherokee Street. Definitely check it out. There's all kinds of events that happen here. And then it's also just a chill spot to just hang out. If you need to like take a breather, you need to meet up with some friends, you need to play a video game and just kind of get out of your head, zone out a little bit. You can do all those things here. So
they have a kitchen.
Yeah, they have a kitchen.
You can
buy snacks. And you can cook snacks. And you can host a whole Fried Friday here.
And you can order takeout from one of the countless delicious restaurants on the street. Bring it here, eat it here.
See?
A lot of people will do work here.
Nice workspace. Yep. Oh, dates at night. Yes.
Ooh.
They got a dab bar. They got lighters on every table. They got game boards and puzzles and all kinds of cool shit to do.
Adult coloring. Yeah, it's just a chill space. It's super,
we love it. This show is also brought to you by Queen Kitty Seltzer. Queen Kitty Seltzer, pop this kitty, put it in your mouth. It's a low-dose CBD seltzer. We have Nearly Naked, Bubblegum Burst, Lemon Kiss, and a new flavor coming out this summer. We're doing a launch this summer. We're actually here to do a little bit of a pickup. And we're going to have a launch party in June. So stay tuned for details on that. We're going to have those flyers out for you this week. And so you can sign up and get on the Eventbrite and get your tickets as soon as possible. And what else? Oh, this show is brought to you by CQS. Oh, Queen Kitty Seltzer, no sugar, no additives, no yak in the back. Tastes like water because that's what water's supposed to taste like. We are brought to you by CQLC. CQLC is a cannabis education and training company. We are certified in the state of Colorado to teach responsible vendor training. And also, you are welcome to receive responsible vendor training in your state, even though you don't have a certification necessarily in your state. Colorado is one of the first to do it. So just call 970-426-5985.
Don't ask me. I'm always asking you. I'm
about
always
So on today's show, we didn't get into the second part of why I was mad. So the second part of why I was mad, y'all, Janet Jackson, no ma'am. Listen, if those tickets had not been so cheap, I would be maybe a little bit mad. But it was the most boring concert I've ever been to in my life. Please don't crucify me online. I'm not lying. I'm not the only one that had this opinion. It was hard. It was harsh.
It was hard to be there.
It was hard to be there. After Ludacris left, I sat down. I never stood back up. And that is just not how I concert. I do not concert that way. I'm on my feet the entire concert. Like,
it didn't flow. It was very...
and I'm certain she wasn't singing. Yeah. I'm certain she wasn't singing. I'm certain she was lip syncing most of her concert. And like she did stuff like play the instrumental of Rhythm Nation, like we knew it was coming, and then never did Rhythm Nation. She played like some of her old school songs, but she didn't play all. Like, we came there for 1990s Janet Jackson. She's playing songs that she's making up in her, I don't know, in her basement right now.
Yes, we got to hear unreleased new songs. It was great.
Yeah, so I don't know. And it was just, and also like the first, 15, 20 minutes, there were no big screens, so we couldn't even see what was going on the stage. And I was like, what is happening right now? Like, we're just nobody up here. We don't get, you saw the footage for after.
It wasn't much better. I thought I was going to read that wrong, and no,
I didn't feel bad about leaving. We left early. We got home before 11. We're home before 11. And I wish Ludacris had played second so I could have been hyped when I got home. I do, because I wouldn't have left if I was waiting on Ludacris. But I mean, I do. Okay, so when I last story, and then we're bringing Randy on. But when I go to concerts, I take like a picture here and a picture there and a video here and a video there. But mostly, I try to keep my phone in my pocket because I really want to experience like the concert itself. So I would never like record a whole concert. I might like, they're playing my favorite song, get like a quick snippet of it. But I want to experience. Like if I'm gonna record the whole concert for you, well, then you should have bought a ticket.
Should have bought.
You should have bought a ticket. I'm gonna show you snippets of how amazing it was, but I'm not gonna show you the whole concert because you should have bought a ticket. You should have gone. It was amazing. You can see just a little bit of how amazing it was. So, anyways, with that, Randy is here today with us from Main Ingredient. He has the LifeWave patches. He has all kinds of patches on the ground and they say things that are like making me think that I need all of them. Like they say things like energy enhancer.
No, I bet there's one.
And what is this Y-Age? Is that like an anti-aging? What is that?
I'm gonna say that's exactly what that is.
A silent night. That's for sleep. You got
the Y Carnan.
Okay, so let's make some room for Randy. Let him come on here and talk to us about
this.
Let's let him sit in the middle, and then we'll just sit on the edges of you. Is that
I got my puppy. Listen, y'all gotta know.
Do we want to bring those up so you can, or are we gonna? How
Why don't you put them by me, and then I can pass them to you. That works. Yeah, let's put them up.
And then we're gonna talk aromatherapy sprays as well.
Oh my goodness, we got lots.
I love aromatherapy spray. Okay.
Big guy coming through.
Yeah, I know. It like the online is deceiving sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, see.
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
screenshot that. Okay, great.
So look, y'all gotta know. This is just how me and Farrah met with the puppy. We were in the growing class. I know some of y'all like, we've heard the story. Hear it again.
Hear it again.
Yeah. And then of course. So now we're here and we're talking patches, right?
Yes.
And we're talking to Little Miss Skeptic.
Yes.
Now, what y'all might not know is that me and MJ have had a conversation about patches. And she was very, very interested very early on. So it's great that we have Farrah here so we can.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a believer. I was like, because
I'm not a non-believer.
Yeah.
I'm just.
I'm well, and again, I've experienced, similar
Tell
kind
us
of.
This story that she's told the story to me twice about this product that something like you tell it.
So I worked with representatives that represented Cinnamon Footwear, and at one point they were working with this person, and I would have to go find the literature and everything, but he had developed or had and they turned it into a disc to put into the shoe. Well, this disc, it was meant to where it helped with your balance, and in that you could not be knocked over in a way that where simple knocked-over, like if you got shoved you would still stumble, but where we would like do the bump test and it was kind of like, okay, well, yeah, great, and keep going. And so it was this whole balance thing of if you had this in your hand and they were trying to develop into your shoe to help with balance. And so
Kind of like a weeble wobble.
it was crazy, yeah. And so I was skeptical, but we had them in the office. So we sat there in the office the whole day just
Pushing
At
people.
each other.
like, and I was like, maybe I'm making this up in my head, and I'll have to, and ask my friend again. But I'm pretty sure, like, they tried, but it just didn't, wasn't aesthetically nice within the shoe, and if the person wanted to just be hidden without people understanding there, right? And so it kind of fell.
So kind of to that point, I know what they feel. So like I've been to pop-up events and I've actually taken patches to the outside of my clothing, all on my head and everything. Because how do you see it? Do you know I'm wearing patches right now? But I am.
It's like tattoos. It's like, are you tattooed? Do you have tattoos?
I would
It's
assume
like,
you're a fierce representative. You like fiercely represent this and believe it.
So can y'all read his shirt? It says, "Ask me about free from pain challenge."
So I I'm constantly like have had neck pain and probably in my neck since I was a teenager.
Now,
So-
is it close to hairline or down by shoulder?
Always, close to always the neck and down, and shoulders also outward. And
So-
lower back as well.
So the first thing, let's talk about, look straight. Let's talk about this bulge right here.
Yeah, I've always had that too.
How long?
Years.
You said, oh,
Yeah.
is it painful?
No.
See, this is what happens when you deal with main ingredient. You start off and you're like, oh, those are nice shoes. And I'm like, hey.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
talk
and
about
I have and I've talked to my physician about it, and it's just but it doesn't cause the pain, but I've always had chiropractic treatment throughout my life.
Okay. Scale of 1 to 10, what's your pain right now?
If I move a certain way, it probably always sits at a 4 consistently.
And I'm glad you said that like that. So, my wife, my wife's watching. She was diagnosed in 2015 with lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, and fibromyalgia. When diagnosed, they gave her 17 medications and all of that. Right before being diagnosed, when I was trying to figure out how I could be their health husband, I would wake up every day and I would do my due diligence. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your pain? And it would range. 3 was the best days, but we averaged at about 5. One day I asked her and she was like, you know my 1 is a 5, right? It's like, no.
Yeah.
What? So to hear you say that you break even at about a 4 on average, not uncommon. Most people don't pay attention to their pain on that level. Oh, today it's a 10. Well, what is it tomorrow when you out playing tennis and you thought, oh, it's healed? No, it lessened enough for you to deal with it.
Right, and I've been at 100, and so that's where also is like my back goes out or whatever, and then that's like I've been on the floor a couple times lately. So it's,
yes, she has.
so increasingly it's getting to the point where I'm like shit, like because it doesn't feel good to end up on the floor and not be able to move and or breathe. So.
It doesn't get better as you get older.
No, and lack of mobility, lack of hydration, all of that. Yeah. You see my water jug I came in with.
Yeah, I was like, I need to actually pull mine out.
Yeah, I go crazy with it. Can you put your hand in where the pain is?
Oh,
it's on
always.
That.
Oh, well, it's always
across the neck.
Yeah, across the neck and up and down the neck.
All right, so you can get that in there.
And
baggers.
Selection of patches or old? What
used patches? Some of this bag collectively is 3+ years old.
So you keep them around.
Yeah. Can you count to 10 for me?
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 10.
Lay your head back. So I do the 10-second count to see how severe, how bad it is. Usually the eyebrows tell me everything I want to know. How long you say you've been dealing with this pain?
No, my whole life.
Whole adult life.
Whole adult life. I mean, since
car accidents.
Yes. Snowboarding accidents.
Yeah.
I just had a snowboarding accident actually.
Real. I see you're super active. Well, yeah, you can tell me something.
Yeah.
Do you feel any relief in pain? Do you feel any tightness relief?
A little, yeah. I mean, I still feel as crunchy, but
Say that part again.
it's not as crunchy.
And that's the part I want to talk about. So these are 3+ years old. We are now probably at about a minute with old patches, and they're not as crunchy. Imagine regular used. You see what I'm saying? Fresh patches.
Yeah.
I use this bag at every event I go to. But this is also the same bag that my wife keeps on the nightstand, like an ice pack in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
See how she can't stop moving her neck?
Yeah.
It's because every time she move it, it feels a little bit better.
No.
Now, that's what I was waiting on right there. So what happens is your body heat is like a flashlight. So wintertime, sitting outside, everybody's cold. Us sitting this close together, our body heats bump into each other because they're shining out. We each different patch has its own set of crystals that actually does a different frequency of light that reflects back into you.
Okay.
Once that light is reflected back into you, it's like acupuncture without needles. So it sends that message to the brain attacks that area and it's like, what's going on? Believe it or not, once it's done with that specific spot, it starts to move around to another spot and see what else is going on.
Gotcha.
So the longer you wear, the better you are for your body. The reason I keep the old ones is for our pets. I patch my mother-in-law's cat, my sister's dog. I patch dogs of strangers. And what I usually do is hold them out and let them see if they would like it.
Yeah.
I patched a bee before.
A bee?
I was sitting in my
Like a
garage
bumble,
smoking.
like a bee.
It was just a regular bee, and it was one of them days.
What am I hiring?
No, I was sitting in my garage, and I had the garage door open, and it was one of them days where it warmed up, but it got cool kind of fast. And he was in my garage just lumbering around on the back windshield of one of the cars. So I set a patch out there. That's what they said at the workshop, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. Why not?
That's not cool.
And I lost the bee because he flew off. And I was like, nah, I should have recorded. I did not record. But seriously, like the cat thing with my mother-in-law, we almost had the cat put down. So Monday was the appointment. Sunday morning, we went over, we patched the cat. Mom was like, all right, we'll see what happens. And literally what I did was I held the patch out because she always comes to say hi. Held the patch out. And when she put her face by the patch, she just laid her jaw right on it, like, yeah, I needed that. And Mom saw that and immediately said, patch her.
Yeah.
So I just stuck the patch right on top of her head in between her ears. I tried to go somewhere where I knew she wouldn't get to it too quick.
Yeah.
And she kept that patch on for like 2 or 3 days.
So which one of these do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about the red one first. We'll
This
call that Gen 1.
This one?
Yes,
Okay.
the energy enhancer. And the reason I want to talk about that first, so the inventor, David Schmidt, awesome guy. I had the chance to meet him in Orlando last year in August at a convention. That's where they released the aromatherapy sprays. But he was actually commissioned by the Secretary of Defense to help out SEAL Team 6, how to operate as many hours as possible without sleep and not lose your brain power. So they developed the energy enhancers. Love the energy enhancers because not only do they keep you woke, for my asthmatics, they help your breathing. For my blood flow circulation people, they help your blood flow circulation. So you can do multiple things with these patches. And that's with all of them actually, but just talking about the energy enhancers because they were the first ones developed. My favorite thing to do is for, like I said, the asthmatic people. When you put them on your collarbone, we're talking acupuncture without needles. So in acupuncture up by your collarbone, that's where your lung position is. I'll put them there and I'll let them forget about it. I'll start talking to them like we're talking now. We'll go back and forth, and I'll be like, can you do me a favor and take a deep breath in? As soon as they take that deep breath in, I start talking. And as soon as you start talking, they just don't even think about it, and they start talking with you. Mainly, I start asking questions to make them talk and not tell me, oh, that feels better, or it feels the same. I just want you to take in a lot of oxygen. So now that I'm talking now, the next time I stop, I'll say, can you take a deep breath in? Does that feel better? Actually, it was feeling better a little bit before, or if it's not getting better, I'll take a glutathione, which I call the detox patch, the yellow one. Yeah. I'll take one of those and I'll add it to the center of the chest. And adding that to the center of the chest, like I say, it helps boost the immune system. Glutathione is something you already have in your body. Adding that to your body actually kicks up your production up to 300%. So you're talking about taking your immune system and jacking it up on steroids, but we're not adding steroids. No drugs, no chemicals.
So there's nothing in this.
Crystals that reflect light, that don't even have to. Remember, I just placed this on the back of her neck, on top of the hood.
And so glutathione, like, so I have a practitioner who does IV therapies, and so, but people that are like don't like needles, this would be a capability for them to utilize glutathione for.
So it doesn't have anything in it, then how do we know? Does this just activate what's in your body?
Yes. So your stem cell system is always there. It does lose power over the time that you're alive, hence the gray hairs, the wrinkles, the weaker bones. I don't have any. I actually dye my hair like this, so no. My wife keeps telling me, oh, you look so young. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you.
None of that.
But for those of us that do have that, all of that is because from 0 to 18, you got a factory of stem cells that's pumping out so fast. Remember when you were little, you break it today, you heal tomorrow. You remember the day when that slowed down. I distinctly remember.
I was not in my 30s yet.
I was just about to say, I was 27 and something, a cut on my hand. And it would not heal. I mean, it would not heal. And then it was in a spot where you just keep bumping. I was like, what is going on? And somebody looked at me and was like, how old are you? And I was like, 27. 30, yeah, that's you. I was like, no.
No, I'm not
so,
there yet.
I was going to say 30. I think that's when the breathing, when I coughed and like threw out a rib. And like it was the most excruciating pain in my whole life that I could not like figure out.
Suddenly you blink and
nothing works right.
Not right.
That was the first time I almost ever called off a clinic. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it.
And it gets like that. And so let's talk about those two in your hand.
Okay.
X39 and X49. X39 is Gen 2. That was the very next one that Dr. Smith created. X49 is actually new. It's the newest one created, but it is the baby sister to X39. The X39 helps improve the copper peptide GHCU. Oh God. And then the X49 works on AHCU. There's a K somewhere in there. I'm totally screwing this up. But the copper peptide in you. So you ever seen somebody with those copper bracelets and they say they feel better? Yes. And probably the balancing ones even had some type of copper in it. But the body operates with copper, and you have the element in you. You have all kinds of metals in it. But in opening up those toward the stem cell, that's where you start getting everything to sort of regenerate in a stronger field. So those gray hairs, they slow down. Not trying to find it, but they have found in clinical results that gray hairs stop growing and they grow back black or back in the normal color that they were in. I'm not making you any promises, but I'm telling you what's on the website.
Y'all look at my face.
Look. So you talk about that. I was dealing with the lady. Oh, my phone's over there on live. Hi. But Mrs. Barbara Robinson, she's a past-worthy matron in the Order of Eastern Stars for Prince Hall Masonic Order. I met her last July 18th, and when I say she had what I call the elephant ankles, where they were so swollen it looked like it was kind of the skin rolling over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So from July 18th to September 9th, all I did was go to her house on a Monday, and I would patch her that Monday. I would leave her a few extra patches. She started holding on to old patches and using those, and by September 9th, that the ankles were completely skinny. She had a wound on her leg that wouldn't close from January to July. From July to September-ish, her dermatologist wanted to review.
Interesting.
And it's all because of the X39. So you're talking wound care, heart care, circulation, appetite control, energy, sleep, swelling. But again, while they're looking, is because over here, everything I named is actually separated into its own patch.
Yeah.
But the X39 helps to start you to balance. So if you realize there's something specific, did I say Pacific?
Specific.
I said
Yes.
Specific.
Don't say the body of water. People notice that.
They do.
Specific.
You know why? You guys know why people notice it more now. I feel like people are a little bit more critical now because you have a whole computer in your hand.
And what's funny is you guys say, how do you cook noodles? And you can say, hey, Google. Yes, I got an Android. Hey, Google. Hey, I got an iPad.
It was all judgmentalist, most judgmental look ever. Like most
Hey, listen,
looked at him.
you ain't never been in a room full of love and feel the door switch real quick. It was like, oh my God, I almost hated you for a second.
Android rule.
Yes! You're invited to the Christmas party.
That means I'm invited you.
So, a total of 12 different patches. Here's my favorite thing to do. AccuLife is made for horses in pain.
I'm a jackass.
Hey, listen. So while you're saying that, we use them at home. Remember, wife has lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia. At her worst prescription, methadone.
I'm speechless.
At her worst prescription,
We're not there yet.
I know.
methadone.
I was like, don't jump ahead. I'm not
I was
ready.
just looking.
So we use those for like our credits. We're almost to the summer. It was July 3, almost 4 years ago, going on 4 years this summer. We haven't used prednisone. Hey. So
Marion's in the house.
yeah, Marion Coon is in the building. We shouting out our peoples now. What's up? But
I was gonna say that Kyle's been here. We give him a shout out,
we love Kyle.
We love Kyle. He's
Yeah.
hilarious.
He's
If
been
you
giving
get a chance
lovely banter in
to
the
catch him in stand up, you should definitely go check him
Yes.
out.
But like prednisone, the steroid, we haven't used that in almost 4 years.
Oh, that's amazing. And it's because you're using that AccuLife?
Between that and the other main ingredient products, so I cook with cannabis.
Yes.
I infuse everything. Hello. I infuse everything that I can get my hands on, and some things that I probably shouldn't touch. But that's neither here nor there. But that's what started. My pink cream is actually what got me introduced to the patches. So a friend of the family, Steve Conley, call him Uncle Steve. Steve Conley actually was out of the country and somebody saw him using it. He told him it's arthritis, but great for mosquitoes in Dominican. So him using the pain cream, the guy was like, you want to try something that doesn't cause any drugs or chemicals? And instantly he calls me on the phone in the middle of this guy talking. I was like, I got your future in the palm of my hand. I hung up on me. So there are a total of 12 different patches. I jumped ahead of myself. But the AccuLife, I love to tell people, we can use them on grandparents to pets. I'm missing one. The Nirvana is for like your anxiety/depression situation.
That's the one I need.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, because Eon is a fast track to
He's
same
like, don't
said
worry,
this situation. So the Eon is for swelling, inflammation, and stress relief. And what I want you ladies to do is simply put them on the front of your shirt, right center of your chest.
Like, take the thing off?
You peel half off. Because see, what I normally do is I normally use medical tape.
Okay.
And then
So we're gonna leave this like this.
and just stick it on your shirt.
Stick it on my shirt. Where am I sticking it?
It's center chest.
Okay, what if it's not touching?
It- Oh, you thought you had to put it on on skin?
Well, I don't know.
Remember that?
Yes. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. What is this one for?
So it's going to help Tom
Okay.
relieve stress. Any swelling you got? Because I know you didn't dance much at the Janet Jackson.
Well, I sweat though. Ludacris put it on.
Yeah.
What do you say? Move!
Yeah.
You should.
I got big arms
listen,
and all. Look, I
where's-
love this computer. I look strong.
Wait, where's Marion at? Because she was like, I thought we were having a cathartic moment. No, I was standing up. I was like, move! I was singing with my whole chest.
Yeah.
I had so much fun. I love Ludacris so much. I've been a big fan since I was a little baby Luda fan, like in my teens and 20s. And yeah, I just love him so much. So it was such a good time. But yeah,
Yes. And so I keep sitting this bag here
next to my dog.
because he is chilling.
He's chilling.
Look, y'all don't even see this, but as soon as I sat down and put his head on my leg, and we've been here. So
The whole time.
you only get one hand most of the time, because every now and then you look up at me
His
like,
nugget
hey.
pets.
Yeah, he's like, don't
But
stop.
one of the great things about the patches is you don't need to put them on your skin. They
Okay.
can be applied to your clothing.
Okay.
Safe for children, safe for your pets.
So why do we put it in? Why do we put it here? Is there a reason for the placement?
So David Schmidt found that in his clinical experiment, he found 5 of the highest resulting places to place it. I usually go center of chest so that it opens to the whole body fast. We could have also went on back of neck, like the one I have on.
Okay.
That vertebrae that sticks out when you put your chin in your chest.
Yeah, I kind of
That's
see
where-
that because I have like almost chins.
So just don't do it in front of a mirror or camera. But when you put your chin down, that vertebrae that sticks out, that's where all your nerves meet before they go in your brain. It's like tapping the phone line. You tell the brain, hey, and the brain hits all the nerves and starts working. So I go center of chest just because we're on air and everybody can see. But also because that center of chest is closest to your heart. And we're looking forward to relax there.
You know,
Yes,
it's
we
not
know.
the first time I've been told that relaxation.
I it's 6:15, so as what the time, or I just for sake of what time
Okay.
we put it on.
Okay.
So.
So any joint pain, any issues like that?
Yes. Yes.
Where most?
So, okay, I'm gonna tell a story. So I was going to this chiropractor and he was doing a great job, and then he stopped taking my insurance. So I stopped going.
And
So I stopped going to him, and I started going to this other guy, and he was doing okay, but I feel like he created a problem, and now I can't get rid of it. So I always have lower back pain near my hips. I have definitely arthritis in my lower back hip area, in like the S joint or whatever. I've taken steroids for those things, and so I have this thing that feels like a clicking thing where he said that there's this like these two. I'm gonna say this very unscientifically. What's up, Nate? I'm gonna say this very unscientifically, but there's basically this nerve or something that fits into like a sheath or whatever, and mine keeps popping out, and then it pops back in. and so that it causes this like really kind of like a sharp or like piercing-ish pain. And then I have like a dull pain across my my sit bone right here. Yeah. So my back is a whole issue. I have scoliosis a little bit. And
I was just going to say one issue could cause another, and then that's a whole other story.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. And I was in the Navy, so I had to carry. And when I first started in the Navy, I was in the military. So I mean, I was in MA. Of course I was in the military. I was in MA. So I wore a vest, and I wore a belt, and I had all my gear on it, and all of those things that I wore were made for men. So they were oversized. Even the small was like the smallest one I could get was the small was still oversized. Yeah. And like I looked like a Ninja Turtle. I like didn't have a neck because my like vest would come up to here, you know, and then you had your uniform shirt on. It's crazy. But anyways, so
that lower back pain.
Yeah.
What's your
Probably like a 4 or 5. I deal with it. Yeah.
That's what you wake up and that's.
That's all day. That's what I'm sitting in right now.
That's why she like naps.
I love naps.
Cause standing too long.
Hurts my. It's 4:20 on the West Coast. What's up? We're running low, but you know what? As long as we have one to get us to Kansas, I think we'll be fine. Let's light up for that.
Happy 420.
Happy 420. West
Happy
Coast.
420. So the back pain, when they said the clicking,
yeah.
How did they describe? Did they give you MRI?
No, it was just a chiropractor. And then I missed an appointment because it was my birthday and I forgot to call him, and he never called me back, which is probably a blessing.
I was gonna say, so he caused it and then didn't fix it.
Yeah, like I went back to him a few times, and then I missed one of my appointments because it was my birthday and I forgot that I had the appointment. And it was the whole thing. And then I tried to call and make an appointment later, and he never answered or called back.
Okay. Well, I do have 2 recommendations.
Yeah,
I wish it was in St. Louis because Dr. McCleary is awesome. Dr. Jennifer McCleary at Triad Sports. She does not pay me to say that, but that's actually where I'm currently going for a car accident I just recently had. That's the reason why I'm passed.
Should you walk in? Because I'm gonna walk in there tomorrow. I'll walk in tomorrow. I'm getting ready to get on the road, but could you
So I have the lower back issues, and the reason I asked have you had MRIs is because I just had my very first MRI that somebody actually in detail looked at and went over with.
Yeah, I had them in the Navy, but I didn't.
Yeah, but they didn't talk to you about it.
No,
and anything they saw bad, they probably said it was.
Here's some
I call it the NFL syndrome. It's like everybody huddle them around them, rub some pain cream on them, they'll give it a shot, put them back on the field, they're good.
Exactly, or like hand them some Motrin.
Yeah,
800 milligram Motrin pills, y'all.
Listen,
on a regular, I had a jar of them in my all the time.
So Motrin, ibuprofen, all of that. If you're gonna take it, be careful because you're talking about your kidney, your stomach, your liver. All 3 are gonna
and
be
if you
affected.
drink,
oh my God, it's even worse. And please, for those people who like to, I'll just take my medicine with a little alcohol, change it to hot water, please.
Let me tell you guys
if you're
something.
gonna take medicine.
Can I tell you guys something? I actually, you posted this and then I reposted it, but there was a video that you posted, and it was of a young lady. She's like in her 30s, and she was talking about she had been drinking alcohol since early teens, and by the time she was 19, she was full blown alcoholic. And she had recently she stopped drinking, and because she was full blown alcoholic for years, over a decade. And she's recently stopped drinking because she's realized that, but she got an MRI done of her, or got a brain scan done of her brain, and there's things in her brain scan, she's never going to get those brain cells back or that brain development back. She's never going to get it. She lost it due to alcohol. So like think about your alcohol. I'm not saying like alcohol actually when beer was first made, it was used as a medicine. Actually, there's a whole documentary on it. It used to be on Netflix. But anyways, but moderation is really key, and like you don't have to like drink yourself into oblivion. You can have a glass of wine a night or something like that. But just like be careful with your alcohol consumption, because that's really a kill. That's really what the killer is. It's not this. It's alcohol is sugar. And the sugar in the alcohol, yeah.
So let's talk. First, let me ask you this. Okay, so how does your neck feel?
It feels good. It still has crunchies but they're not with pain. They're not with like the other like.
So your pain has gone down significantly.
Yeah. I mean, yes, and then yes.
You checking your back because you know I'm coming?
Yeah, I know you're coming, but
And
I'm
that
also
beat's
digging
funky.
this beat.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
Y'all, just a holler, one more shout, like I'm gonna do it a couple times, but holler to the Cola Lounge for letting us use this space, utilize this space for to have this conversation and to just hang out and chill. Brendan's probably one of the coolest dudes I've ever met. I've known him for quite some time in St. Louis. I have slept on this couch before that we're sitting on because I had to travel, but I think we finished our B&B, but we wanted to take a minute to breathe. Like it was a thing, it was a whole thing. Oh, hold on, let me pass this and then we'll pull this in.
his wife Ashley does the painting. Did this and does also other. She's an artist and yeah.
Are we under hypnosis right now? We are not under hypnosis.
We are
right
not.
Now. Honestly,
we're being patched.
Daryl, honestly, I don't know that I could be hypnotized because my brain functions in this way that I'm always on this like very high alert.
So the resistance that I've found in the past has been purely, I don't want to be the one to say it works. And the reason it's been that is because I've given a lady a patch, no lie, put it on her, and she told her husband it's not working. She looked me in the face and said, I don't feel anything. But as she walked away, she didn't realize that somebody that was actually working with me had on a main ingredient shirt. And she walked right past him and said, it really does work, but I wasn't finna pay for it. I said, oh, and enjoy your free patch, ma'am.
You guys, come on. Okay, so let me tell you, so far we haven't gotten to the back pain yet. We still have Kyle's joint, so don't forget to give that back to him. Marion's joint, sorry. So don't forget to give that back to her. So we haven't gotten to the back yet, but I will tell you, so we put this on, we've been talking. I'm a super skeptic for sure.
626.
I don't know as far as like the mood stabilization and things like that, but I will say like probably a minute after I put it on, maybe not even, I felt like a coolness kind of in my limbs, like in my legs and in my arms. I felt like a tingling and like a coolness. Yeah, so I will say that. As far as like, I don't know, like as far as what the other things you said, swelling and calming and things like that, I don't know if I'm
so first off, thank you, because it's the skeptic's unsolicited opinion that I really do appreciate.
Thank you.
It is the biggest show of there's the possibility that I'm not a hoax and that Dr. David Short is not. I do want you to do me a favor and try standing up.
Okay, let's stand up.
How's that pain?
In my back?
Yeah.
When I stand up, there's no pain. Well, it's light pain in my back, but not. But like when I sit down is where I feel, because it's like right across where it's right on my booty bone, y'all. It's right here. That's where I feel the most pain every day. Are you waiting for me to see if I feel pain now? I don't feel pain now. but give me a minute and let's see how sitting for a few minutes makes me feel.
So the reason I use that patch is because it does multiple things at one time.
Very try to get
Is that the YH?
So
It's
what
yours,
the Y, it's
That's
the
this one, right?
Eon. Yes. The Eon is the name of the patch. The YH attached to that is because the glutathione, the yellow one that we had earlier, and then the carnosine. The carnosine, the glutathione, and the Eon, the three of those together can fight aging. Like literally.
Like
you can,
outside, inside, all the things. Because
I love to be able to do that. Just so y'all know, if you ever ask me a question and it's to be able to say, I'm always going to say yes.
So because we are, in the perimenopausal part of our life, and we talk about it, and so
it's a bitch, y'all.
she's in it.
So you do flashes?
I get hot flashes.
Oh man,
I
we
get
need to
crazy
get you
quick.
introduced to the ice waves.
I get crazy flashes. I get fucking.
When that happens,
No,
for me,
it's
that's
real
gonna be
life.
bad,
You guys
so I
think
do
I'm
not like to
bullshitting.
be
I'll
hot,
feel-
and I will be
I feel
angry, and
myself
it's not
like
good.
going
So no lie.
crazy.
No lie.
I'll be going crazy, and I know I sound crazy. I can hear I'm going crazy,
But
and
you
I
can't
can't
stop
stop it. I can't stop it.
So what I would do for
I'm out of
you
my
is a
mind.
mix between the Eon on your chest, the X39 to help balance your hormones. There's a couple of things. We have one called the SP6 Complete. This one helps.
He's gonna be like, that will be $6,000.
No. Hear me out. It's gonna be 7, but it's gonna be So that's why I suggest the X39 to start off because it balances everything. But the reason I brought up the SP6 Complete is because while this is known in the clinic for controlling your appetite, it also helps to balance your hormones.
Yeah, balance these hormones.
So then
They
you
are
turn
out of
around
control.
and you add a set of ice waves to the game. These acts like ice packs. You know that infrared camera? They've watched body degrees drop.
I
putting
just
these
my body
patches on.
degrees just dropped just thinking about it. I was just thinking about it, and I was just like, ooh.
I've placed those patches on women that were using fans, and literally in the same spot where I would put the energy enhancers for the asthmatics, I would put those on their collarbones, and those same people using fans, the sweat would just literally disappear.
I need anti-aging, major energy, and pain relief, and no crazies. And that's what I
Feels
need.
like a smoothie.
I feel like it is a smoothie. What's my smoothie patch look like?
the coolest thing about this is, so like I said, my wife, she was given 17 medications. And they always give you the instructions of take these here, take these here, don't take these with this, and don't take this with that. One of the coolest things about these patches is there are a total of 12 different patches. I could stack them like quarters or I could spread them all over your body, but I can put all 12 patches on you. Worst thing you might experience is a slight headache, and that would be telling me that you're dehydrated. We give you some water right then and start helping the headache go away right then.
Okay.
We could take the X39 just to balance you, or we could mix and match some of the other ones to try to see what's going on with what you got going on.
What's this one?
She pointed to the aloe beta. So this is another one that snuck up on me. And by snuck up on me, I meant I learned its clinical use, which is to help your skin from the inside out.
Okay.
So your scar tissue, your wrinkles, your skin blemishes, everything's skin related. So it
He's
can.
saying all like this, the right stuff. He's married, y'all. Don't be in my DMs asking about him.
So, again, light it because I talk a lot. So the aloe beta is great for skin issues. But the reason I say it's another one that snuck up on me is because some of the things it does on the side, again, it's another one that's good for helping balancing your hormones. Also one that's good for pain. A great one for helping you sleep at night. But we have called Silent Nights. that is wonderful for sleeping at night. Segue, let's bring in the aromatherapy spray. And I say spray and I'm really embarrassed, but I'm not. It's a good business thing. Somebody actually came and bought the other one. This one is Shine.
Okay.
They have one called Dream. So these sprays literally.
I'm high. I know.
Cooter Brown in the building.
They keep just passing me joints, and I'm gonna keep smoking them.
So literally, like, small little bottle, you spray it on your hand, take a whiff. I'm sorry, you take 7 to 8 inhales, and that's it. No pills. You ain't got to spray it under your tongue. You ain't got to worry about no horrible taste. And all it is an alcohol-based essential oil spray. Can you pass me my bag right there?
Do you want to? I'm sorry to make you keep getting out. Like, feel free to chill.
Get yourself in. So, okay.
This one is the
This is Shine.
Shine.
So what does this do?
So this one matches well with the energy enhancer.
Okay.
So if you don't have the patches to use,
Yes.
I carry the spray around.
Okay. And
If
then
you
just
have
breathe it in.
if you have both of them,
They work synergistic.
It has the
basically,
inner-
yeah. And that's the other thing about the X39 and X49. They work synergistically together as well. So you're talking balancing hormones, appetite, sleep, energy, but you're also improving the heart function, blood circulation, everything related. And then on top of that, giving yourself better brain cognition.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing. Again, no drugs, no chemicals. At the
I have a question.
yes.
Like, is there any that you would like not recommend together?
Are there any that you would not recommend together?
like anything that doesn't
That
doesn't
would, like,
hit
flash.
together or would not be.
And there's so it's to the point that there's not even your medication list that I'm worried about. I mean, the only reason I ask is to see how bad off you are, what they're pumping in you, if you need to flush your system. But literally, when somebody says they're hurting, I run up and stick it on. The first thing the scariest thing I've been asked, will it hurt his pacemaker? And I was like, oh my God, you gotta worry about that? No.
That's good to know. Awesome.
I have to be careful with pregnant women because just like with acupuncture, you can induce labor. There are, I just sprayed you. Can you smell that?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that crazy?
We can all smell it.
Look, we're spraying everybody.
So these terpenes,
7 to 8 inhales.
These are terpenes, you guys. And
Actually, just essential oil terpenes at
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Not even so
terpenes come. Okay, so when I say terpenes, I'm not just talking about cannabis. I'm like never just talking about
I
cannabis.
didn't want you guys to be confused
Yeah,
because
so
we are in the
essential-
cannabis closet.
Essential oils are terpenes. Terpenes are essential oils. They just call them essential oils for people who like not like me, but like me, to be happy about it. I don't know why, but anyways, so terpenes can work if you ingest them. They can work actually on your skin as a topical type of use, and they definitely work through your olfactory glands, which are the smell, like how you smell things. Which is why aromatherapy is actually so sought after and actually works really, really well. If you're like having a hard time sleeping, having lavender in the room is going to be very helpful. Things like that. That's because you're breathing it in and it's relaxing you through the olfactory gland. Anyway.
So I'm gonna double back again. Get
It
it?
is
Double back again.
He's married, you guys. Don't be in my DMs. He's married. He said to me.
Okay. So under hypnosis, no.
No.
Now the best part about it
Under
is
this went out.
Now we are kind of hypnotized, but not
I
under
think
hypnosis.
we're good over here on this. For a second. We want to finish the show at some point.
Okay, so we have aromatherapy. We have phototherapy patches that reflect your body heat back into you. One of the things that he discussed at the convention in August of last year, he's actually working on formulating water infused with Colado Gold. So you're talking even further with the anti-aging. You're talking even further. So my ladies with the
Egyptian
menopause.
queens do stuff like that.
So with Colado Gold. Yeah.
I feel like that was like a.
So y'all know Colado Silver.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
gold.
now, this is not to say.
I'm just like so gold then.
There are a few things I should have said before we got started. First, I am not a doctor. I haven't been to medical school. These are not going to heal you. You should always go see your doctor. I have just recently visited my doctor and I got blood work done. My men, 18 to death. Please go get checked out. Don't be all macho, beating your chest. If you don't do nothing else, get a needle put in your vein, draw some blood, let them see what's clogged, what's working right, what's not. You don't have to get the tube. I know you know what I'm talking about and you're scared.
But you should get a little tippy tap.
Yeah. Now, they can do blood work to see if they need to do further tests. So things have evolved for you men who are living in a cave. But please, go to your doctors. What main ingredient works on is trying to help you stray away from the prescription pain.
Right.
So like I say, I go to my doctor and I talk to her regularly. She actually helps me out by passing my number.
Okay.
Because she knows my wide state with the lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, and fibromyalgia. So when she get a patient that, I'm not taking that and I don't want this and don't write me a prescription for that, try an alternative. And
Right.
I am said alternative for some people.
Okay.
The biggest thing I want to give you to take home with is no drugs, no chemicals. The biggest side effects I've dealt with in my dealing with these since December of 2019. I had one guy, the first guy I've ever met allergic to Band-Aids.
Oh no, people are allergic to that.
And I found out the hard way. Yeah, so what I did, he was a UPS worker. You know, their shirts are collared. I met him while he was on a route and I pulled up in the car and I'm beating my brain of driving to him. But when I finally pull up, I jump out the car and I said, "You allergic to Band-Aids?" And he looked at me and was like, "Yeah." And the guy who introduced to me, he was like, "What made you think of that?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." But it was the only thing I could think of. So we flipped this collar up. We pulled the patch off. We stuck it inside the collar. We flipped it back down. We waited 5 minutes. And he was like, "Now this is what I felt before the rash started irritating and made me take it off." And he went on with his day.
So like or Can of Queen.
I don't know why you make it.
I know.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
Government.
So the Can
I
of
know the Can of Queen wears like a necklace, and so could this be placed inside that, or would the metal like interfere of any way? What do you think about that?
I do not believe so. As long as she kept the patch in between her body and the metal, because once you get the metal in between you might get some reflection, but that metal's probably going to do some blocking, so you're just blocking the sun, whatever light's hitting you. So as long as you kept that patch in between the necklace and that, yeah, you can put it on the backside of the necklace. I wear them in my shoes. I wear them in my steel-toe boots. I wear them in my Crocs. There's not a pair of shoes in my house that does not have one patch stuck to the bottom. Yes.
He's married, ladies.
She said,
Have you seen that meme where it combines Crocs with Doc Martens?
No, I can't do it. Stop it right now. So we're getting pretty late in the show. Let's swing back to my back. I will say when I sat back down, I didn't feel immediate pain. I would say that I do feel some dull pain on the left side, but it's not as much as before I stood up. Could potentially have something to do with it. And where I'm sitting on it.
Can you put your finger in the center of the pain where it's starting from?
Here.
So that is
On my booty cheek.
that is
Mary
the brown. That is the brown. So the ice wave comes in a 2-patch system.
Okay.
There's a tan and a white patch. Normally tan goes on your left side, white on your right side.
Okay.
The electric current that we have going across our skin,
Uh-huh.
that's how our brain communicates with our nerves. That is negative, positive sort of thought.
Okay.
But you can also take that tan one and put it in the center of the pain and then do what we call the clock method. So if my finger was that tan one, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or 9 o'clock, and we should get some pain relief.
Okay.
Okay? So we're going to start at 12.
Okay.
We'll sit here and we'll chit chat.
All right. So let's do some would you rather's
Okay.
while we wait to see what happens. Okay. Let me just pull it up because I wasn't ready. You guys, we don't have show notes today.
Yeah.
I mean, they are,
They're sort of we do, but
we've covered everything. We just we didn't have headlines.
there is one thing that we need to tell you, and that is on May 11th, we are going to be at the Rosin Experience. So definitely, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, check that out. You'd have to be 21 or older to get those tickets. Sorry, it's over your face right now.
Oh, no, trust me. I need the people to know about the Rosin experience.
Yeah, you need to know about this. Eat Me, Drink Me, Smoke Me. May 11th from 7 to 10 p.m. Check the QR code. Check our Queen Kitty page. We are going to be there with high grade cannabis. They're going to be doing a 1-to-1 with us. So they're going to be using our Lemon Kiss, Queen Kitty Lemon Kiss, Pop This Lemon Kiss, with the blueberry and making a kitty, a 1-to-1 kitty tail. So that's going to be fun. So definitely check that out if you have an opportunity. We are having a pop-up market on June 15th at 4 to 7 p.m. It's our Denver debut. We're going to have lots of local vendors, yummy food, live music, and lots of good vibes. And our new flavor is going to debut that day. So definitely come check us out. The Eventbrite is going to be up soon, and you'll be able to purchase your tickets. We're going to have $5 tickets, and we're going to have $25 tickets. $25.
Yep, VIP.
$25 ticket. So a little goodie bag with that one. So yeah. Oh, and we wanted to just let you guys know that don't forget May is coming. It's National Masturbation Month. So make sure
All day long.
take your time with yourself. Spend some time with yourself.
Self-care.
And celebrate May by coming as often as possible. It's like it's definitely like I have like an icy hot on, or like I can feel the kind of cooling. It's not as intense as like putting icy hot onto something, but it definitely feels like a cooling sensation. There's like still a kind of a dully pain, but it's less than when we started. Okay. So let's do some would you rathers. That means everybody wake up, go grab your phone or get next to your computer, because we're going to need you to answer some of these questions for us. We can't answer them all by ourselves. Well, we could, but what fun is that? Let's see here. I think I was in this one last time, so I'm just going to kind of scroll down. I just steal these off of different websites. Today is BuzzFeed. What did we say the other day? Would you rather? Would you rather drink a cup full of bong water, or would you rather drink a cup full of hot dog water?
Oh God. Oh God.
I almost couldn't say it.
Oh.
I forgot about that.
Would you rather drink a cup full of hot dog water or a cup full of bong water?
It's the cupful part.
It's
and
the-
it's like,
I can't get a
it
shot
would be a
glass.
sip. Yeah, you
I'm
need a shot.
rehydrating, she said. I will dehydrate. I'm dehydrating.
Quitting's not an option.
I don't know. Because that's a lot, right? It's a lot.
So I'm thinking bong water got ashes, it's got
Spit.
flour, it's got cough in there.
But
All right, let me ask this. Is your hot dog water cold or hot? Oh no, it's so wrong in here. It's so wrong. Okay.
Okay, how about though with bong water? Is it someone that is cleans their bong water or does not clean their bong? Right?
What did it say?
Going for the hot dog water. I don't care if hot or cold.
Hot
I was gonna say, I
cold,
think
I'm
even,
drinking
yeah,
one.
I was like,
I
that
prefer
hot
it. I
water.
hope it's hot and it's a
Yeah.
little bit, because at least I
At
feel
least
like
it can go down fast and when
Like,
it gets
Maybe
down
then
there.
it's like a hot
Drinking
dog
Oh
smoothie.
my God. Because all I'm thinking is I don't want to drink coffee.
Okay, so that was one we made up on the drive. So sorry, but we did warn you before the show started that shit like this was gonna happen. Let's see. We've done some of these, so I gotta skip. You know, even though we're using a different list, a lot of them are the same. No, I don't know. Is that a good one?
I gotta replace that vegetable, the second vegetable, because some people they I don't know.
I mean, I feel like
Both
that's
of
an
them are
easy one
pretty
for us.
gross.
I've never had those. I'm not eating Brussels sprouts.
What? I'm not doing it. Okay, would you rather wear something covered in cat hair all day or wear something stained on your shirt all day? Would you rather be covered in cat hair or have a stain on your shirt?
I'm for every animal. I love animals. Stain my shirt. I can't do the hair. Oh,
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm the guy in the grocery line. Like, I wonder if I mind if I pull that hair off the back of the
Listen,
shirt.
sometimes I look down and there's nugget hair all over me, and I'll just be like, "How did this happen?" And I have to take it off immediately.
We were at a concert and I look over and I point out to her this girl that has leaves and fur, and I feel like fur too, all over the back of her I think it was even just tied on shirt.
Yeah.
She said
And
that.
I was like, do you think she knows or cares? And so we let people know, hey,
I wanna know.
you got stuff. Yeah. And that girl was like,
She was
bothered.
so bothered by me. I was
that
like,
you took the time to be
Yeah.
like, yo, you
My
got
bad.
Listen,
she was wearing those twigs like a badge of honor.
if I got a booger in my nose, don't announce it out loud, but hey, Martians
to
have
the
come
side.
to visit you, bro.
Yeah, bears in the cave.
Come on.
Yeah, she said Kelly said cat hair all day, but I'll be sneezing all day.
See?
See,
And see, that's the thing. I don't want to make it. See, main ingredient
why
is about
not?
quality of life. I don't want to make nobody sneeze, and I don't want to hurt nobody.
listen, but you know why also not hair is because it just gets in this. It either pokes you or it tickles your face all day.
fur splinters.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it. So I'm gonna go with a stain. Although
I'm a stain.
I will not like it
I will
very
take
much.
a stain. We were gonna make a shirt. I mean, I
Look,
have it. I'm
look.
trying to get
Yeah, I should know, I feel for you.
Yes. Would you rather have a booger always hanging out of your nose or a big ass pimple in the middle of your forehead, like all the time. It doesn't matter. It comes back.
Hey, listen. Pimple me.
I'm gonna draw a face
Pimple.
on it.
Yep.
I don't want
Pimple me.
boogers hanging out my
No,
nose.
exactly
at
the
all.
same.
I might
Like,
make
no
it.
boogers.
I might make it in the Cyclops.
I
throw a little
know.
mouth
Be
around
like,
it.
we're
nigga.
gonna put it like,
Make
yep,
it art. Can I
exactly.
put a patch on it like it's the third eye?
Now listen, the detox patch we actually use for acne problems.
I mean,
The glutathione.
okay.
When we feel one coming, we just hold a patch on there for a couple of minutes,
Okay.
and it either brings it to a head or takes it away. I have trouble finding
Pimple.
uses for the patches than I do things that the patches don't work for.
Nice.
This is one of those times where it's easier to ask me what they don't work on and
Right.
that type of thing.
My butt feels like it's got ice in it.
So these are 30. There's 30 patches in a pack, but do you use one daily? Do you use them over a period of time? You keep
Severity
them in
of
a bag?
problem. Severity of problem. So I would go fresh patch every day until we got some days where we felt like we could go a day or two without. For the back problem and the longevity you've been without it, I would go every day until you felt better. But somebody come up to me and they say, hey, I'm 30 and I sneezed and I threw my back out. I'm gonna throw a patch on you, maybe sell you another one, and I'm gonna let you go on about your way. And when you're hurting again, call me. If you feel like those are the greatest thing you ever dealt with and you want to get more, call me. We've got a question in the audience. We got a studio audience, y'all.
That's so great.
We have already addressed this because
No, come on with it.
So like obviously I'm a bigger person. Like
Don't matter.
okay.
I'm
like,
6'3", 253 pounds, and I've had a patch work over my steel toe boots before.
But I'm
You thought all that weight mattered, and we
I was
talking
like,
about
what's
steel
this?
toe boots, yeah. See so what you did miss is at the beginning of the show, your body heat is like a flashlight. It's shining through, and it don't matter if you're 10 pounds or 10,000 pounds. That's why we say we got patches for horses. Yeah, because it's acupuncture without your needles. So with that going on, everything that has stem cells, they receive power from these patches. And not receive power from these patches, the patches activate the power within.
You know who's not size inclusive? Enterprise.
Full size is not full size.
Listen, those seats were so small that I felt trapped in them.
but also that's
I'm talking about this Enterprise
Center.
concert.
Oh
It
man,
works
listen.
works for
Listen.
seats as
Let me
well.
tell you
Listen.
this.
We can talk about
These
that.
aisles were this close to my face. My knees were in my chest. Those seats were so tiny that I felt claustrophobic in them. And I was like, are you really real right now? How are you supposed to do anything here? You can't. I was worried when I was dancing for Ludacris that I was going to trip and fall down the thing because it was so tight. So did we do the third would you rather? Oh yeah, the booger one. We don't want boogers. Nobody wants boogers.
We definitely don't
Nobody
pimples.
wants boogers. Pimples are much more fun to pop. So anyways, so what is your website? Tell us again.
So it's lifewave.com/main ingredient, one word. You can find me on Facebook, Main Ingredient STL. You can find me on Facebook, Main Ingredient Products. I'm on Instagram, M Ingredient. I'm on TikTok, M Ingredient STL1. I have a very weird sense of humor, but I'm working on getting my patch videos back. So if you run across some funny stuff, just know you don't have to be politically on my team. Actually, I don't even like politics. What I do love is a united community that cares about each other and, more importantly, the kids.
Okay, so I just want to say this about what he just said is that you can say what you want, but only people that are not voting for people taking away our rights feel that way about community. That's really bottom line. I'm not saying that you're necessarily a Democrat or a progressive or any of that shit, but what I'm saying is you're not likely a Republican. I mean, no offense to y'all, but if y'all are still voting for these fucking clowns, I don't know what to say about it anymore. It's like,
They're all clowns.
Go
They're
team.
all from the same clown
They really
car.
are all clowns.
We're on
I
the
got
same clown
some people
car.
on TikTok got mad at me the other day and some of y'all might have got mad at me too because I said I'm not going to vote blue no matter who this year, and people were not happy about that. But like literally, I signed on the dotted line to uphold the Constitution of the United States, and it's absolutely my right to vote for whoever the fuck I want. And just because I vote for somebody that is not your favorite candidate doesn't mean I voted for the other guy. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're having your little internet arguments this year or next year, whatever. Anyways, but we love you guys. My dog is passed the fuck out right now.
He is, oh my gosh, like melted into
mouth breather
into the leg.
Hey,
he's chilling.
the dog was.
Yeah.
How's the pain?
The pain is dull, is still there, but it is. I do feel like it does feel like very cool back there.
So though the LifeWave I use a lot for sciatica issues.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
As horrible as those pains are, as fun as it is for me to help people with that, because it's stick a patch on their butt, waist, or hip where that pain is, and then that white patch, instead of doing the clock technique, we take that white patch and put it on the spot on the side of the hip.
Okay.
Wait 10 seconds, move it a few inches. Wait 10 seconds, move. And you work that all the way to their foot, and the whole time they're like, it's moving.
Yeah.
And then you come back, and wherever it was on that leg that it had the best results, you add it there, put it back there, and let them walk around for a few minutes. Oh man, listen. I love these patches.
So check them out. I will say I'm less skeptical because I do like feel these sensations. And so yeah, give them a shot. They're probably going to be worth your time, and at least to try them, just give them a shot. So check them out online. If you're in St. Louis, don't forget to stop by the Cola Lounge where Buds meet. They're always having some kind of events over here. You can get a membership. You can come hang out with your friends, smoke a doobie. You can come play video games, watch TV, listen to music, chill out, color in a coloring book, whatever you need to do to de-stress from your day. You can do it at the Cola Lounge. So come check it out. And the membership dues are not super expensive. I don't have a membership because I don't live in St. Louis, but they're not super expensive. So you can afford a daily or a monthly, whatever. Passes, all kinds of cool stuff happening here. Well, we appreciate you guys. And this is our last Monday show for the summer. So we're going to give a shot to just one day a week during the summer. So we chose Wednesdays. Hope you guys can join us. It's going to be 4:20 Mountain Standard Time, 5:20 Central, 6:20 East Coast, and 3:20 in the West. So join us on Wednesday. We're going to be back in Colorado on Wednesday, and we'll have lots of stuff to talk about. We'll probably catch up on a few headlines. And oh no, you know what? We are trying to get Christina Thompson to come on and talk about HB 1328. Thank you. So stay tuned. It's going to be another Missouri person that you guys know and love. So if we can get her on here, we're going to definitely get her on to talk about that and see how that bill could affect you if it passes. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for coming through. We are not going to be on Discord today, but if you do want to join our Discord or follow us on any of our social media, which we'd love and appreciate, it's solo.to/cannabiscloset420 is where you can find all of our social media links and any ways to get in touch with us, including joining our Discord, where the only rule is that you be nice to each other. And with that said, make sure you be nice to yourself. Put your mask on before assisting others. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Don't do that.
Cultivate love. Bring it to you. You deserve it.
I don't have a joint to light, but I will tell you to stay lifted and stay gifted. And we will see you on Wednesday. We can't wait to see you guys. Thanks for joining us. And thank you for joining us, Randy.
Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you. And I hope I got somebody's attention.
You got lots of people's attention all the time. We love having you on. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. Bye.